Hi, I'm not yet dead, and welcome to Bjornholm 2k20. So let's do a sound check as usual. Sure it'll come through in the end. I hope you can hear me. Should be able to. I'm just going to check my settings and make sure. Yep. So, I think the sound's working. I actually can't tell. Oh yeah, it is. Good. So yeah, so this is a new thing. This is Bjornholm 2k20. So this was the first map that I ever played on Farming Simulator, re-envisaged in FS19. So I felt it was the opportunity to come and have a look. So we start off in the farmhouse. When you first start the map, you don't, but I've already done a little bit to set up. That looks like, I can't tell if that picture's related to this map or not. But anyway, I have done a small amount of setup. But we'll get going. We'll just have a look around the farmhouse. Oh, nice little range cooker. Yeah, the farm was never like this on FS15, that's for sure. Oh yes, and Alexander's here as well, and dying for me to say so. Oh, someone left the door open into the garage. Ooh, that's a bit drafty. How odd. There's no door to the garage. But the doors from the house open, that's quite nice. I have to say it's a much fancier house than it was on FS15. It looks really good actually. Very in keeping. Okay, so I'm not going to get in the car actually, because we don't really need to. But I will open the door because it's fun, if a little bit slow. But it's a very cool animation. I haven't seen a door quite like that in Farming Simulator before. It's kind of like that. So yeah, so just a little bit of background. So I thought a while ago we have got some help. It's first day and I don't want to be restricted by money, so we've got a little government subsidy to get us going. But there are a couple of reasons for doing this. One is, well, it's Bjornholm and it's a great map, and I just wanted to see what it was like. I don't get the time, unfortunately, to do map tours or first looks or whatever you want to call them. But just occasionally there's a map comes out that I'm like, oh, I'd really like to play that map. Oh, a bit more storage. Is that actually an opening door? Oh, that's a bit weird. Shame, but never mind. So yeah, so just occasionally a map comes out and I think, oh, I'd really like to have a look at that. Actually get on and feel it, get the feel of it myself. And so I did have a little while ago this idea of I should just now and again play a new map and see how it is. Just do a little stream of it, but I just never got around to it. And then a few maps came out recently that I thought, actually I'd really quite like to do that. In addition to that, I also never really get the chance to do I used to call them mod roundups, and just take a look at some of the new mods that have come out, which that isn't, by the way. So I've also taken this opportunity to download and install a whole load of mods. We'll go through them in a minute. I'm not going to have a chance to get a full list up of everything that I've used. So what we've got is a peculiar mixture of starting machinery. We're on New Farmer, worth pointing out. I've got a peculiar mix of starting machinery and machinery that I've bought in. So an amount I've already brought up to the farm, a fair amount I haven't. And so the point of this is just to play the map for a day. First day on the farm, and this is first day on Bjornholm. So let's get ourselves over to, and I will do some leaping about, but I have put in, so we've got it for convenience, the buy anything silo. I have already, actually we should have a quick look at the map as well. Fortunately, of course, when you start on a new map, you always start out with some fields that are ready to harvest. So we started with fields 29 and 23. I've also bought 24 because it's ready to harvest. So we've got 2 fields to harvest straight off the bat. 30 we could do if I decide to go and get a corn header, but you know, I'm hoping that we'll go sell some crops. We'll just take a drive round, go some of the sell points. The sheep pasture used to be over here, and there isn't a sheep pasture on the map that I can see, so we'll put a sheep pasture in and get some sheep. We also own the cow pasture, which is down here. I don't remember if I got around to having cows on 2015, on FS15. And we'll put chickens in because there's no chicken coop. So a few little things to do, but I think the first thing to do then should be that we get ourselves a harvester and get harvesting. So I've put in, neither of these are recent mods. We haven't really had a harvester particularly recently, and I'm only covering the last week or so really. But it's but there's this one, the Rostselmash Niva, and this one here, the Deutz-Fahr Starliner, both of which I've been wanting to try and actually in my current Let's Plays don't have a need for. So I thought we'd bring them on here and get some harvesting done. This is a peculiar machine, it really is, but very cool. Chances are, of course, also there's a lot of new machinery. I'm probably going to be using the menu a little bit more than I might do normally to figure out. Now then, it's that one I think, isn't it? Straw swath. Let's try that. Switch it on. No. Yes. There we go. It was already on straw swath, that's why. Fair enough. So yeah, so it just take a look at the fields. I mean, these fields are pretty much as I remember them. House down there, that little hut was there. I say, so this was the first map that I ever played Farming Simulator, and it's fair to say I struggled a little bit with Farming Simulator. At the time there was, well, I hadn't figured out some of the easier ways to make money, so I was just turning over the same 3 or 4 fields constantly, never seemed to get anywhere. I tried my hand at forestry, which was a bit of a disaster and more frustrating than useful. So this field's a different shape, I think. Actually no, it isn't. No, it's fine. Yeah, it's fair to say that although I love the map, it was not my, this wasn't how I got addicted to Farming Simulator. That was Goldcrest Valley on 17. But it's still fun to come back on here. And I just thought it'd be a good opportunity. So yeah, so the premise is we're at ×5. I mean, which one have you got on 17? Oh yeah, well you've got Sussex. You've got Sussex Farm, Mercury Farms. Which one have you got? Mercury Farms. Yes, it is a good map. But yeah, so yeah, so the premise is we're at ×5. It'll be roughly 2 hours. I may not have time to do a full day today, but that's the general idea, is to try and play through a full day on a new map using different machinery and just get a feel for what it's like, really. Hopefully people might find it useful just to see what these maps are like. So I've cheated a little bit in terms of, oops, wrong button. I've sold all of the machinery that I didn't need. So where I've managed to get different machinery, I've sold what I had that was the same, that I no longer need, but kept a couple of tractors and anything that I couldn't get as a new mod. And I've leased everything else, which of course has already made me a little bit extra money. And I say I have put in a couple of government subsidy signs just to make sure that we're not low on funds. We don't want to be struggling for cash, so I suppose in that way it's slightly artificial. Yes, Alexander, it's a birch. So we'll get these oats harvested. I haven't figured out what we're going to do with the straw yet, but we've got it. I shall probably use a loading wagon. Probably. I mean, there are some noticeable differences. The obviously the farmhouse is it looks like a new design to me. I don't think that's how it was on 15, but I can't remember. A lot of the buildings are actually quite similar. They've used more standard things like sheds and stuff like that, and more stock, but they're all in the places that they were in and all that kind of stuff. So it's quite cool, really. But we'll take a look around as we progress. We'll go sell some crops. There are some crops in the silo actually already. So we've started off. There's what we've got: wheat, barley, oats, canola, sunflowers. There were some sunflowers. I've already put those into a trailer ready to sell. Yes, I know, Alexander. Soybeans and corn, and that's all. There was originally a sugar beet and potatoes storage point at the main farm, which isn't there, which is a bit of a shame because that was a great design. But it's fine. There are plenty of modded ones. You could always put one in if you wanted to. So I guess the other things to do, actually, what we could do straight away, if we can find one that is suitable, is put a chicken coop in. And I've actually downloaded the Goldcrest Valley one. I've no idea if it'll fit. Now let's get my orientation. Right, so the chicken coop originally was right here. And it's a relatively flat area. I don't think it's big enough to go in there. Something very strange about the terrain just there. For whatever reason, that's not going to fit, although it doesn't look that bad. I think maybe it's just a little bit too big. So let's not use that one. Can we use this one?
No, that's too big.
Oh, it's too big. Okay, fine. So we'll just have to use this one then.
That was tiny.
And it also doesn't take many chickens, but
we can have 2.
We can have 2 or 3, I think.
I'd say 3. And 1 more.
There we go.
No, let's just have 4 more. A lot.
Put that there.
No, that's enough.
That'll do. Right, let's take a quick run over. Let's get us some chickens. I suppose ordinarily I would have done some landscaping, all that sort of stuff. I've no idea where you feed them, where you get them. I don't see any triggers, so let's just quickly... Oh, open animal dialogue. Haha. 6 in each. Unfortunately, I didn't position that particularly well. Look at that. It's floating. Yeah, they don't position very nicely, have they? And that's a bit weird. There's something odd about the land just here. I don't know why I keep doing that. Yep, they're all floating. That's a bit weird. Actually, I'm being stupid. I'm supposed to have a rooster in each. So if I remove one, I forgot about that. And then buy a rooster. It is nice to have the sound. Chickens. Move one. Confirm. Rooster. Confirm. And again. There we go. Right. Cool. Now they do need some food. Well, there's a couple of things we could do. Well, actually, what we should do first, how's our worker doing on our... We need to get a tractor and a trailer. And I have just the thing. So here's a new trailer. Came out last week.
use that. Use the big truck.
No.
Oh, double wheels.
And a new tractor. So we'll look in the garage in a minute. But let's go get ourselves to make sure we can help see as a full grain tank. That was good timing. What I could do with this something a bit smaller. I'm not sure what I've got. No, it's just full. Can't remember if I left prop destruction on or not. I'm not doing this overly realistically, really. I was missed a bit. How did we do that? Oh well. So yeah, so what we got. So let's have a quick look. I know that's leased items, right? So that's the trailer. The Lizard D83 came out last week. Here's our Rostselmash Niva harvester that we're using. That's been out for a little while. I just haven't used it. It's just an update actually, which is quite coincidental. And that little tractor is the Same Argon 3.75, which is pretty cool. Kind of like that. But we've got a few others as well. So WN came out yesterday. The Zetor, Crystal, which was also actually the first tractor that I used on my first stream. First video that I created, rather, should I say. The New Holland T7, John Deere 40 series, which or 4955 series, which has been out again for a while, but I've just never got around to using it, so I thought we'd give it a go. And the new Challenger that came out last week, and the VStRuk, that came out, I think that was last week too. We've also got a couple of these Fiats, so we'll try that one, see if it's small enough for us to go feed the chickens. I don't think it will be. If it's not, I'm not sure what we're going to use, to be honest. But that's fine. It's more important that we have them necessarily get eggs out of them. So we've got a few bits as well. So the Superfex manure spreader, may get to use that. As an animal trailer, should we need one, we got the Rolland 64 out of the Rolland pack that came out last weekend. The Lizard TV 35 low loader came out recently as well. The Lizard Lance 600 as a fertilizer spreader. The new sprayer, the Apollo 1000, came out yesterday. The John Deere 7000 planter, so we've got a planter and a seeder, both of which came out this week. The Rabe Rotary grid power harrow came out this week. And then of course the headers for our two harvesters. Oh, and another trailer as well, the Farmtech EDK 500. So quite a few bits and dabs, and the semi-trailer that came out with the Fiat truck, which we've got and actually is full. And well, it's not full, but it's got all of the sunflowers that were in the silo ready to go and be sold. So it would probably make logical sense to do that. And here it is, our amazing Fiat truck.
That is too big to feed the chicken.
No, it's a different truck. The one I was going to use to feed the chickens is... Actually, I don't remember where that is. Hang on, let's just see what we got for a minute. Actually, we can sell that deltas, and you know what? We don't need any of these tractors either. So let's just tidy up a little bit. So if I come into owned items a second. We don't need this anymore. We don't need this. I don't know about the Kramer. I'll keep it because I've never used it, so we'll keep it for now. I don't particularly need a pickup either, but fine. Keep the plough. The cultivator I kept in case I needed 2 cultivators. Right.
It's gone now.
Let's try this. I'm not sure, having put so many in. This is very clever. And I think, yeah, you can roll down the window, and then actually the man sits with his elbow in a slightly peculiar position, I suppose because he's always got his hands on the wheel, but he sits with his elbow out the window, which is quite cool. So I remember going up and down here quite a few times, in and around. It's quite a nice conversion actually. I quite like it. Oh, wrong side. Because you know, it was a much loved map for those of us that played 15. In fact, it was the only map I could play on 15, because I didn't have the Platinum Edition and didn't have Sosnovka. And it's been faithful to the original in terms of the landscape. There's a few things that have changed, obviously it's a bit updated. It takes a long time to shut. There we go. That should be more than enough. What we could do actually is dump this somewhere and then get a bucket for the Kramer and use the Kramer to fill the feed areas if we can. Let's see. I love that noise. Very good, these trucks, I have to say. And again, I don't have a map that I'd use these on really, so they're really good. It's great to get the chance. Oh look, I've left space big enough to get through. Be interested to see where the triggers come up. Actually, I wonder if is it the back? Maybe it's at the back. My guess is actually, chances are that the trigger is in the same place. As everything else. I guess maybe the triggers. Yeah, the triggers are all one on top of the other. Not that will take very long to fill up. There we go. There it goes. Try not to run over any chickens while we're doing it. It's fair to say actually we've probably now got enough funds that's that one. Actually, we're using more than I expected, it has to be said. May not have quite enough for all of them. I'll split this between these last two. Let's see, try and get that roughly half. There won't be enough to fill it, but it'll be enough for them to be fed for now. That's all that really matters. There we go. Over here actually, while we're here, there's the, actually we will get a loading wagon because we can sell the straw straight away. It's the barn. I spent a very, very long time tipping loads of straw into that, trying to make extra money. It's a slightly different design to the one before in terms of all the bale that's got on the front. You used to be able to reverse all the way into it and unload direct in. But yeah, that was quite funny. I'm very happy that's there. Right, so let's put this back in the shed for now. The other trailer I got as a sort of bale configuration in case I wanted to do baling or get pallets or whatever else, but it's there if we want it. Quite a nice little trailer actually, I quite like that. Farmtech, standard Farmtech colours. I mean, I bought the silo, so I didn't have to spend too long going backwards and forwards to the store or messing around with front loaders or whatever else, but it's there if we want it. I have to say everything else was here to start with, so the water tank, the jet wash here, these were all here. I have my jet wash over there on that shed. But yeah, so those things were all otherwise I think that's all I've placed was the Biogas silo. And obviously now the chickens. So how about we go for well, actually two things. Why don't we get this field going? So we'll spend a little bit of time in the Deutz here. The Starliner. Get our second field harvesting.
Oh
not done a particularly good job of the ends. In fact, he's done a pretty poor job. Clearly not a popular combine from a worker's perspective. Oh goodness, the number of hours I spent harvesting this field. Right, grain tank's full again. Unfold harvester on this one, didn't need to unfold the other one. There we go. And what we got here is that wheat. Yep. I actually really like this harvester, it's really cool. It's quite unusual to have an old Deutz harvester, so it's quite nice to have it in game. Right, let's get a work on that. Let's just jump out, run across and go and empty the Rostselmash. I left the engine running, that's not very good. Yeah, he's missed quite a lot, so I have to come back and finish that up. Did we or did we not? Funny, I don't normally have autosave on, I might take it off. Crop destruction is on, but I did turn withering off. Let's
What? Withering?
Yeah. There are contracts available, we could always do some contracts. I have a feeling we're going to be quite busy actually, because we'll want to get these fields harvested, get them turned. I want to look and see about harvesting another field somewhere else on the map, so we get to see that too. We need to get this straw up. Oh, I didn't think about straw on the other one. Is he dropping straw or no? Not that it matters. So we will want a loading wagon. There we go. What have we got? Have I got any modded ones? No. Okay. You know, I'm not sure I've ever used this one.
It's like a different colour.
I've got more tractors down at the store already. There we go, that's in working. Right. I've got this. This is a great tractor. Look at this.
It's not a New Holland, it's not.
It is a New Holland, but it's in Fiat Agri colours. So
That's like Iron.
they're related companies these days. They're all owned by the same company. So I got it just for difference. I got it in not only in Fiat Agri, but actually in a sort of satin metallic Fiat Agri red, and with the gold inserts, and actually this lovely metal colour. I'm very tempted to use this tractor somewhere else. I might use this on one of my games. It's really cool. I got it out. I don't need it right now, but still. Yes, Alexander, what?
It looks more, the colours are more like iron.
Yes, I suppose they are. So we could do some baling. We've got a round baler, should we decide to. In the meantime, actually, so how about we put sunflowers in? Where's a good place for sunflowers? I can't remember what. Grain elevator. Oh, well, that's not far away either, so let's go to the grain elevator, because that'll be a quick journey. So I may as well tag it. If I'm right, yeah, the grain elevator is the one just above the farm. So let's go there. So this is the other this is the Fiat sort of fifth wheel truck. The worker thinks he's finished. So we'll come back and finish that field in a minute, then we'd better dash over to the store and get our loading wagon. roads go up between these two fields.
With the tractor.
Pretty sure the fields are slightly bigger, and there weren't actually sort of tracks between them. I think it was just grass, if I remember rightly. I could be wrong. No, you won't have 15 on the Kindle. You'll have 14 or 16. Odd numbers on the main consoles, mobile versions are always even numbered. So this is very different to how it was before, but there was a sell point up here in exactly the same way. It's just a bit grander than it was. But quite a nice one actually, different design. Pretty sure that building wasn't there either, but that house at the end certainly was. There we go. Wow, 45,000. Well, that's not bad just for what was in the store, so that's quite generous. 45,000. What am I on? I must be on easy then, right? Am I? I am. I'm on easy. That explains it. No, I'm just going to drive around here. Because I remember coming in this field, I think the road layout's ever so slightly different. I don't think that house was there. But I remember spending an awful lot of time on this field as well. It's got sunflowers in it, so if we got a sunflower stroke corn header, we could do both this field and the other one down at the main farm, and then I'll have all of the fields that I had started eventually. Anyway, if you play this regularly yourself, you might put a track in across here. So you've got easier access direct to that field. Take the left track down, back down past the farmhouse. That trail to the left goes up to a hotel, which was another sell point. There's the garage that our truck was in. I suppose I could leave this here actually and use it to empty this combine, or equally I could get the grey truck out and use that. Right, so let's go finish off the oats. Assumption would be that the next place I might want this will be actually under the silo, and we can sell some more of our crops. Right, so let's just jump back. We're back in the Rostselmash. Tidy this field up a little bit. Wow, what a mess.
That guy's doing better.
Yeah, there must be something funny about this field. It's a bit odd. I'm not sure that's the fact he's missed lines like this, it might be some strange peculiarity of the combine, I'm not sure. Otherwise, why that would be, it doesn't really make sense. What's this bit? There's a tiny little strip here he's missed. That's a bit odd in itself. So I was umming and ahhing about which of these maps to do first. There's been quite a few that have come out actually all this week, but I did have a list of ones that I was going to try a little while ago. Nearly full grain tank, okay, fine. But yeah, overwhelming vote was for Bjornholm from the Discord. It's overwhelming. Those that responded, but equally, I think, what was it? The French map that came out this week. Quite want to try that one. Also, there was a Polish one that came out recently that looks really good, and I've never really played a Polish map, so again, probably try it. So you know, another time I'll do some of those. We'll see what comes out this week, and I'll just. It's 11:30. I think it's fine. How's that combine? I think he's doing a much neater job. Must be something peculiar about the boundary of this field that it kept missing all these bits at the end. There we go. That's that. Right, combine off. Go and unload. And there we go. I like this trailer. It's a good size. And I do like this. I don't know what to do about this Sami. What options have we got? Tip side back, left, right. That's it. Yeah, there goes our oats, so we're adding to, oh that's pretty cool, I like that. You know what? Oh, perfect. That was good. That was lucky. Something very strange about that animation, but it's quite funny if you're patient enough to sit and wait for it. Right, where's our combine? Here he is. And in the right direction. It looks like he's just full. I must have just missed a notification. That mirror is very sharp. That's really good. They are good, these trucks, actually. It's just right now I don't have a function for them, but I'm very tempted to try and find one. They're great. I can't help but feel that for vehicles that are right-hand drive, though, that those mudguards are the wrong way around. But it might be me. Surely the vehicle we passed on the right-hand side if it's right-hand drive. Getting a good yield out of this. Not bad at all. Right, so like I said, next thing to do then, sorry, I'm just going to jump through my myriad of machinery. Here we go, here's all the other fun stuff we've got. Crikey. Okay. Clearly we're going to need our most powerful tractor to do this. It's got this, the John Deere 4955, in EU version, obviously, given where we are. This one I may yet put into one of my maps. I've just been going to try and haven't got around to it, so I should really bring it on. Got it souped up, wide tyres, powerful engine, front and rear. 3 points. There's a rather strange selection of roads that come in and out of here, which is a bit strange. I can't remember what this looked. Oh, I do remember what this looked like. Actually, it didn't look anything like this. Obviously, this is a FS19 store. It doesn't look out of place. And then of course the challenge is getting up this hill as always. Worth noting it was the Fiat cliff wheel truck that did this the best the first time. All of the others were all of the others slowed down, but that one did a particularly good job. Oh, sorry, not paying attention. Serves me right for not looking where you're driving. Luckily I've got the four-wheel drive version. Got good articulation on those rear wheels. Right, there we go. So I'll try and do one of these once a week or so. It depends. You know, they take quite a chunk of time. But it'd be quite a fun thing to do. Just coming on, playing the game. Right, let's get this straw up. Oh yeah, this has got plenty of power to do this, no problems at all. Not a particularly tight turning circle, but that's fine. I could have got a windrow and windrowed it and made it a bit so a good job, but it's just an extra trip to and from the store. And as you can see, I've still got quite a lot of equipment down there, so we're going to make quite a few trips without really making one essentially unnecessarily. That seems a bit pointless. Skip a few, do another line. It's building up nicely. Well, the field's finished already. That's quick. I missed a tiny little bit. I'd say of the two, and not just because I don't think, you know, we'll blame the worker for the rather shoddy way of doing it. Of the two, I think I prefer the Starliner, but they're actually both pretty decent little combines. For any fields aren't too big, I mean they're ideal for, you don't need anything bigger for fields of this size. Of course, one thing I'm not sure I ever quite twigged when I was playing 15 was that you could plough the fields together, and of course these ones are perfect for that. You can make these into one large field very easily. So combine's going to be in the way. Not going to put them too far away because we might buy another field. Maybe we'll go get a corn header or a helianthus header. We'll get these other two fields done as well, or maybe we'll put them on the back of a low loader and go buy another field somewhere else on the map, just so we see other parts of the map a little bit. course, the other thing that's made quite a big difference is the leasing system, which I don't think we had in 15. It does make life a lot easier. Plus, I think we only started with like, was it 20,000 or something? I can't remember. It was hard going. I found 15 really hard work. But I also hadn't twigged about making silage bales and that kind of stuff that could earn you money a bit quicker than just doing your crops and turning your fields, which was a bit slow. It was 17 where I figured all that out and then really started making money. And whilst forestry on 15 was a reasonable way to make money, it was not an easy thing to do at all. I remember spending a great deal of frustrated time sitting on the stair. Is it the stair? What's it called? The self-loading wood trailer with a crane. Oh dear. Not good. Oh, the mobile versions tend to be easier to do because some of the trickier manual stuff you don't have to do anyway. Still, we nearly got all of this straw off this field and the loader wagon's nearly full, so that'll make us a little bit more money. It's definitely easier to do forestry on the mobile versions. It's pretty easy on 18 as well. Yep. Quite a nice little loader wagon, this one. I can't believe I've not used it before. Let's spin round. Yes, I know. Rapid it is. That bit, oh I missed that bit. Oh, there's another bit there, look. Now how did that little patch of straw get all over there? Because you know, I'm not going to be able to pick that up because I don't own that land. It's not going to let me have it, is it? Oh no, maybe it will. Oh. Yep, no, it didn't. Oh yes, I am. Good spot. I was wondering why I'd missed that bit at the end. Right, let's go visit the hay barn then. Better come and finish that last little bit of harvesting just there. Yeah, that one is much better edge for the field rather than this area of the combine. I seem to remember an awful lot of very awkward turns in this area. That little garden was there, that's quite cool. A bit more old school. Put the straw in a loader wagon, go sell it straight at the hay barn. Nice. Well, that's worth having. Maybe £5 grand. You know, it's a bit pointless not picking some up on the way. While we're here, still need to go and get the catch all these bits at the end, then we'll go up here. Turning circle's not great. Not sure if that's tractor or loading wagon or a combination of the two. I wonder if the pickup's wide enough to do those two strips together, because one of them's barely worth it. That's right. Tidy up after the worker. So I'm assuming if we come over here now, it's going to say, you don't own this land. No. Oh well, fine. Whatever. Have it your way. I could, and I've done that before. It really bugs me when that happens. So I could just buy that bit of land, pick up that bit of straw, and then sell the land again. I could do that. Yeah, I'm not sure the pickup's going to be wide enough to do both of those. That's a shame. They look a bit closer together than that from a distance. So I quite like this map. I'd be quite tempted to keep playing it, but I can't. I've got too many maps already. Too many things to do. Yeah, I've had a bit of a break over the last week. I managed to do this, but it may be the only thing I'll get done this week. But in the meantime, preparation has continued for. I can't say it worth. You can't say it worth to do. Not quite. It's a slight angle actually. It's a bit of a shame. Just about got that up, but I'll still do it. Not all of it. Smart ass. But I have managed to do some prep, so I've got a few videos that just need editing now. I've got some footage coming out, some more building on no man's land, some more crop testing on no man's land, and actually the next of my farmer's life vlog is they're all ready. They just need editing, which is what I need to try and find the time to do. But it's fair to say the next crop harvest on no man's land for my testing was somewhat time consuming, given it was sugarcane, but valuable. So yeah, I won't say more than that. That'll be out at some point. I don't know when. It may be this week, it may not be till the week after, I'm afraid, but one way or the other it's on its way. But there, missed. There we go. Right, let's take another row on the way back. Now what we should do, I suppose, actually, next, let's just switch all that off a second. I like that tractor. Is we'll just come finish off this bit of harvest here. There we go. Unload while we're in the combine. I do like this truck. I might need to get one of these. There we go, that's that. So I'll just bring this off the field for now. I think we need to go and get a corn header. Actually, we could have a look at fields. So close that down. And let's see what else there is. Actually, I'll move it a bit further out of the way. Right. We could actually get a contract going, couldn't we? That'd be another way to spend a bit of time on somewhere else. So there's quite a few fields that are ready. Are any of these any good for our... What's this over here? Oh, yes, of course. We're going to have a look at that. Yeah, we will do. Yeah, we will do. So 2, 6, 7, 17, 15, 14, 12, 11, 36, 40, 39 are all ready to harvest. So what crops are they? Ooh, canola, 15. Okay. Then actually let's do that. So how much is that to buy? Ooh, ouch, that's expensive.
What?
Oh well, fine.
Lease it? Did you lease it?
No, I bought it, you can't lease fields. So what I need then, so a couple of things to do. Let's get our big chunky tractor that's over here. Let's get our plough, and let's get that field ploughed out. And we can leave that on a worker for a second. Actually, you know what, the other thing we could do, actually, first, so fold that out, ready to use, is if we jump through and we pick one of our tractors, the Zetor Crystal. I loved this tractor on, I don't think it's exactly the same one, but it's pretty close to. I had this on, oh my goodness, FS17, first series I did was on, no, I never streamed Goldcrest Valley. I'm thinking no, play Mercury Farm. Oh, it was a German map, tiny little German map, and I populated it with really old machinery, and this was one of them, and I loved it, but I can't for the life of me remember the name.
I know what you mean by
Anyway, so yeah, look up my channel. I did do a return to as well, and I did start doing that, and I only did that one and South Mountain Creamery, which was another massive favourite map of mine. But I have a hankering to go and do a return to Spectacle Island, so I need to do that at some point. I need to go on to 17 and make sure I've got all the mods I need and all that jazz. This is making a pretty decent job of getting up this hill. I seem to remember the trees were a little more populated on the 15 version, but it still looks pretty good. I think they're more densely done. It's a good mixture of trees though, which is quite nice. Some of the marble trees. Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll go to our buy anything silo, and we'll fill this up with manure. And we'll go spread some on that field. Then we'll get it ploughed, cultivated, seeded. Perfect. It's quite fun for me to do something like this because I normally have a habit, even if I don't intend to, of playing pretty realistically. I've never, apart from testing, used buy anything silo just to simply fill up something just like that. So it's quite nice to do it actually. It's quite fun, it just keeps it a bit quicker, a bit faster paced. So usually you have to unfold, there we go. I can't remember what the spreading width was. Let's turn it on. It's similar to the one you've got, it's not the same, it's very similar. And actually that was a pretty good guess of width, it seems. So switch that on, lead the worker to it, see how he gets on. Looks like he might, no, he's not missing the edge, it's perfect. Right, in the meantime then, well actually what I should do, let's get a contract going. Let's pick a field. What we got?
More harvesting. We feel the harvesting.
Yeah, but I just thought I'm just going to get a worker on it, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but that means you won't get the money.
Yeah, you do.
Oh yeah, because they think you've done it.
Field 6, sunflowers.
Oh.
Okay. It's not too far from the store.
It's really far away from you though.
Not really. That doesn't really matter. Right, so borrow items.
Whoa, this thing is huge.
What I do like about this store, okay, there's my harvester. Where's everything else? There's the trailer, there's the tractor. Where's my header? Oh, there it is. Okay. This is a pretty big harvester actually. That's not. It's a big-ish field, but it's not that big. What I should have done, I suppose, was taken. I just had a thought, and I don't know if it works or not. Obviously, this is leased equipment, so it will only let me use it on this. So I have to sort of shove that out of the way. It will only let me use it on this contract, on this field. But what about the header? If you get a header of your leased equipment, I wonder if you put it on a different combine, if you could then use it on a different field. I'll bet not. It'd be worth a try. But I can't use this on either of my combines, it's too big, so there's no advantage to us at all. I guess the fun thing about this as well is, especially on a map like this, run out of manure, is remembering all the stuff that you can do, right? Is run out of manure, that's all. He's run out of manure, it's fine. I know. Yeah, it's just remembering all the different things that you can do is, now then, was it this way? Am I going the right way? Yep. Next field across. So unfold the harvester, unfold the header.
Whoa, that is awesome.
It's a pretty decent sized field actually.
Oh, just in time.
There we go. There's a couple of trees that are going to get in his way, so I might need to give him a hand at some point. But grab the case and the trailer, take those down there ready. And this will be another way we'll get around the map a little bit. Just thought we'd taking out a contract means we go to a field that we're otherwise not going to use, and also means we'll have to sell the product at a sell point. So again, it gives us another reason to go and explore a little bit more. I don't remember all these different roads being quite like this. Yeah, I need to be on this one. Well, it doesn't really make any difference. There's the fuel station, that's where that was. M15, obviously looks slightly different. A lot of the sell points have these barriers, but it turns out that they're not timed or anything, they're just manual, you just have to open them up. But it's kind of fun being back on here. Right, so we'll just park this up at the edge of the field here, just off the track. And then, right, so we need to jump back to
the pickup. And then we can explore.
No, we've got jobs to do. I haven't got time to explore. Right, let's fold that down. Fill this back up with more manure.
I believe it's already finished.
Yeah, manure doesn't go very far, and it's not a particularly big manure spreader. So
Obviously not tiny.
one of those things. Remember the number of times I used to fly down this bank because it was the quickest way to get to Forget what was down there. There was a SiiD purchase point. Or might even have been a water point. I can't remember. Something. But it's kind of fun to have the Zetor crystal back as well. Which way was he going? Down the field, I think. Open it up. So we're going to need to fill it at least once more. The worker on it. Jump out, try not to get sprayed by the useful manure that's fertilising our field. It's getting this fabulous looking New Holland.
So we don't want to get sprayed.
Well, whatever. We've got jet wash, it's fine. And let's get him ploughing on here as well. And then we'd best get our seeder filled up actually. How's that work? So 12 kilometres an hour. I forget what that is in miles. Oh, is that 8? I mean, it's got plenty of power. It's quite a small plant. That does look pretty cool. Okay. Should get some of this straw up, shouldn't we? To make sure actually that I should be able to, but I need to make sure that I can fill I can't set a worker here. You can't set workers to pick up straw swap. I don't really know. I suppose you could try, can you? You wouldn't do a particularly good job. No, he didn't. No, he's not. Cut this bit at the edge. Need to go and put the crops in the silo actually, and then we can figure out, now we've got combined lots of oats and wheat, we could look to sell some more as well while these fields get turned. Oh, switch sides. And then your spread is empty again.
Again?
Yeah. Well, that's fine. We knew it was going to take a couple of goes. Not a problem. The only thing with manure, the amount of times you need to refill it. Just take some patience, Alexandra. I know it's not something that you've got lots of. Shush. Yeah, I do like that little tractor. I might need to find a function for that. I like this trailer actually, it's a good trailer. Just pull that out the way. I can't bother to faff about with Wowzers, those are bright lights. What?
There's one way to cheat. Farming simulator.
What's that?
On 14, I just got some. I picked up some oats from the farm and then drove straight away to that oats. And then we kept doing
Why am I not getting a... Ah, there we go, that's weird. It seems to like the trigger.
Money's not doing
Right, let's jump to...
Oh, he's doing the job. He's doing the job.
There we go. So yeah, it won't take much to finish that off now.
It'll take at least another 2 goes then.
It won't. Will you stop it? You need to go and get dressed, by the way. We're going out soon. No. No. Because I'm going to stream until we go out. You need to go and get dressed. So just fill this up. It'll have it ready as well. There'll be a little bit left over for the next field. Whoa, 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 whoa. Steady on. Let's go back. And yeah, we should look to sell some crops, I think. See what we've got in way of oats and wheat now. Oats probably makes sense to be next because we know we've already used some wheat to feed the chickens. Yeah, but they're comparatively lower yield compared to some of the other straw crops. On 14, you don't have oats on 14. Nope. Oats are a new crop in 19. Okay. Goes at some speed actually, this manure spreader. It does a good job. I like it. Especially with that little tractor.
One more.
Right, so what we got crop wise. Oats, we've now got 17,000 litres. Yeah, we still don't have that much. Actually, in terms of volume, oats are our next biggest crop, and the mill is the best price. It's getting used to a right-hand drive. Slight weirdness in the animation. Okay, oats. So where are we going? The mill. So that is where it used to be, which is fantastic. I like the fact that actually for some of the sort of iconic points on the map, so the windmill, the lighthouse, the there's a lighthouse, the circus or the fair, and the sawmill have actually got direct points on them. They're just visiting points, if you like, and it's quite cool that he's done that. It's quite a clever idea. So we'll have a jump round those in a minute and go and have a look. Certainly before we finish. No cover, I assume? No cover. Right, down the hill. Not bad brakes, considering its age. Right, so remind me then, where is the mill? Alright, straight across. I thought so, just wanted to be sure. Clear left, clear right. This is a good sized field, this one here. Here's a lovely map actually. Nice undulating terrain, occasional bits of rock and trees just to break it up. There's the windmill. Building's a bit grander than it was before, but actually it looks like a mill. It looks really good actually. There we go. Excuse me. Nice. So while we're here then, quite a cab for a little bit. Just have a bit of a drive around. Check out the environment. It's really nice actually. I like this. And as was the way, there's an egg cell point. There's a few egg cell points around the map. That's how it was in 15 and 17 actually. You sort of stopped outside a house or something and went in with your eggs that you kept in your rucksack to sell them. Might be tempted to do a little bit more play on this map actually. I'm really enjoying it. Oh, there's a road bridge over the top. I don't remember that being in. That's quite cool. Oh, little sort of placeable area. You can put a shed or something in there if you wanted to. Okay, I might regret coming down here with this. Right. Break. The bridge breaking isn't going to be the problem. Getting onto the bridge is going to be the problem. Oh wow, we really are stuck. It's funny, and I'm not that sure why. Oops. Wow, what just happened? Ah, that's why. Should do it actually. There's a weird collision there that it's just not letting me get past. I'm not sure why. Let's try swinging it a bit further this way. Keep as tight as we can to the left hand side. There we go. There's the waterfall. Underside of the things is a bit odd. It looks like sort of galvanised metal. Anyway, corrugated. Yeah, we'll visit the circus in a minute. What we do need to do is go and put a sheep pasture in and get some sheep actually. Yeah. To do which we also need some grass. Ah, so actually, but we have a way. It's funny that I bought an animal trailer because I've no particular, and I suppose we could go and buy some sheep and do that. So rather than driving around unnecessarily, let's do this then. If I go, well, the next thing we need to do actually, sorry for jumping through vehicles, is, I thought he'd suddenly finished quite quickly, because he hasn't finished. So let's just finish this bit of field off, leave the worker ploughing. we leave this here ready for when we've got all that straw up, which current rate of progress may or may not be today. Now what I thought we'd do would be, which means unfortunately we also may not get a chance to do these. This is cool, look at this thing. This is very cool.
The Metrac.
And this new sprayer as well, I was hoping I'd get a chance to use this today, but it's not looking likely. But again, the Lizard Apollo, it's quite a nice sprayer. So this animal trailer was from the Rolland pack that came out the other week, and a new John Deere planter as well. We may not get time to use this either. Yes, Alexander, what?
You know that tractor there?
Which tractor? What, this little one?
Yeah.
Mm.
The thing on the side, is that?
It's just, but the engine is probably.
Huh?
Just the engine. Right, so let's go to here. That's what we wanted. No.
So we can go get past
So what we'll do is we'll get some hay. That'll do. That'll be plenty.
But we don't need hay, we want grass. Feed the sheep.
Hey Seabass, how you doing? Yes, we need sheep, but it's fine. Chill out, will you? Shut up. Be quiet. So let's head over to. Actually, be easier, I suppose. So that's where we're going. So if I put in animal pens, and I'm going to use. I'm not necessarily going to plan to always use placeables, but in this particular instance we have a need to. The new Food Farmer Pastures, we'll have to zoom all the way over there. Yeah, it is. And we will, I'll just spin the camera around eventually so I know which way we're going. Ooh, I hope we're going the right way. There we go. Blah blah blah, come on. Should be up here, up this road.
Are you sure
Nope.
Do you even know this land?
Yep, actually no I don't, that's true, I haven't bought it yet. Good thinking, Alexander. But it does fit, which is very important. So let's do that. Oh, that's annoying, I'll have to do all that again. So we'll buy it. Youch, that's another very expensive plot. What's in field 4 then that we now own? How you doing, Seabass? Ooh, cotton, okay. It's a possibility. Right, so animal pens again, sorry, my mistake. Sheep pasture, hey! And that looks pretty flat actually, hopefully. Won't be too bad. There we go. Right, let's head over there.
With this.
Which actually also now means that we can do this. So we have a beacon of light to find our way. Actually, let's go a different way.
Yeah, let's just go the off-road.
No. Come up this way. Past our field that we could buy, but we're just not going to have time to do it all today. It's amazing how quickly a day goes at times 5. Which is in some ways a good thing, because I'm going to have to go in about 10 or 15 minutes anyway. So we'll come up this road. We want to hit this main road here. Haha, nice. I really need to get back on SnowRunner. It's been so long, so there's so much to do. I mean, I'm looking forward to mods coming out, and I'm looking forward to modded maps, but there's still so much to do on the base game. And I'm looking forward to Canada. It looks amazing. It's quick. Pull out, pull out, pull out. Quick, get past, get past, get past. Yay. So I just thought we'd come this way, you see a different part of the map, rather than always going down that main road. It's great to be on here again. It has that immense familiar feel, but really feels, because it's jumped from 15 to 19, it really feels massively different. Upgraded, obviously, it's a bit sharper, a bit crisper, there's a bit more detail, there's, you know, but at the same time it's Bjornholm, it's great. There we go. Right. Of course I was going to work on it, but anyway at the time I'd put some fencing in or something, but so what we'll do is we'll go back, and actually to give us an excuse to use it, oh sorry, let's get this emptied. Wow, he's done a lot actually. Shouldn't have any problems getting all of this into this trailer then, that should be fine. Just swing that around. Yes, I do have crop destruction on. So a few bits to tidy up afterwards, but not many. Try and get this done today. Ah, right, where were we? Okay. Just jump through all of the machines that we've got, so it's kind of crazy. There we go. I thought we'd take this one. It seems the most unlikely vehicle to do this with, but still. Oh yes, I saw Mr. CDP's review of this. It sort of stops. It doesn't stop on a dime. It stops on a piece of string. It's the engine braking is somewhat ridiculous, as is the scale of me using this, but never mind. So where is the animal dealer? Ah, yeah.
Oh wow.
So again, it's another good reason for us to go somewhere completely different. So come out this road, up here, round here. Actually, we'll go have a look at the cow pasture, because we're not going to have time to do anything with that today. I suppose we could go buy some, and then we'll pick up our sheep. And this isn't, you know, this isn't necessarily designed to be a map tour, but equally, if there's a reason we've got to go and visit different parts of the map, we may as well do it. It sort of is a let's have a look at the map kind of thing. It seems to have plenty of power. It's slightly incongruous pulling this rather large animal trailer. In relative terms, at least, it's not a large animal trailer. It's a very nice animal trailer, actually. This, I like it. Coming soon to a Let's Play near me. Oh, I remember yeah. So these grass areas, I remember those. Used to get mowing contracts on those to mow the you know, for the benefit of the community, to mow the grassland. I don't know what that hard standing area was, but they were always fenced in. It was really difficult to do, but they were good contracts. I used to have little haystacks all around the map as well. They seem to have gone, where you could sell your grass or straw. So this, I think, is the cow barn, which you start off with if you're on New Farmer. So let's just very quickly see if we can find the animal dialogue. Looks like it might be this. No. Let's get some cows. There they are. Very nice. Couple of nice little bunker silos over there. They're quite handy. Like those. Right. Now then, on to the animal dealer.
To get some sheep.
To get some sheep. Right, so with a little weight behind it, it doesn't stop quite so fast as it does otherwise, and that's just, you know, releasing the accelerator, it just stops suddenly. It's a bit weird. And there's the biogas plant, which I think you do have to buy. Again, a couple of huge bunker silos. I seem to remember I did some work on one of these fields. I might even have owned this field. Maybe I did the grass around it or something. Can't remember. Slightly hillier area of the map, but there's a few bits of forestry. Again, the trees are sort of sparse, but there's a, you know, it's a big area. There aren't that many trees, and same on the other side of the road. So plenty of forestry to do if you want to. Right. It's like we go down here then. There's another sell point. That's a new icon, that's cool. How do I just... Oh, really? Oh, that's odd. Okay, it doesn't seem to give me the option to use the trailer. It's not even picking up that the trailer's there. That's very strange. Okay.
That looks strange.
Let's just fold it up a second. I've not missed anything, have I? No, it's not a... No. Just the position of it, maybe? Let's try it. No. I wonder if the trigger for it is quite narrow. Well, that's a bit frustrating. I don't want to waste loads of time trying to faff and figure out where the trigger might be for the trailer.
Maybe, or maybe it puts them into them. Maybe in our sheep.
Open animal dialog. Here we go. Got it now. Okay, sheep.
They will cost quite a lot.
Let's get some black ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know how many it takes. We'll just fill it. Keep going. It's full. Done.
Oh wow, that was stacked.
No cover. They all look happy enough. Right, let's go. This has got great visibility. Pardon me. So this should take us in a nice loop. We should go past the sell point we were at earlier at the top of the hill and take us all the way back down again to the sheep pasture. It's coming up on 5 o'clock. I haven't used all the stuff that I got. Oh well. Well, we got a look at it anyway. Maybe I'll do another one on here and we'll finish this off with this week's equipment. I haven't, and you know, this isn't all of the equipment. I just try to pick sort of 1 or 2 of everything. Try and cover the new tractors. But obviously I can't try all of the sprayers or the bale grabs or the, you know, whatever else. We get so many mods. I just thought I'd, you know, just for a change, just have a quick look at some of them. Use some different equipment, stuff that I may not otherwise use in my standard series videos that I'm doing. And take a look at a new map. Yeah, I may come back on this one and do another. I've saved it, so I suppose we'll do another day. Perhaps we'll turn some of the fields and do some fertilisation and all that sort of stuff. Use some of the other mods that we've got. We've got the seeder and the planter and the power harrow and things like that. Still to use a couple of tractors we haven't used yet. We've made a good exploration of the map, which is quite nice. We'll deliver these sheep. We will feed them with the hay that we bought, and maybe we'll try and finish off that contract we've got on field 6. But I'm up against it a little bit in terms of time. I need to go out in about 10 minutes. And Alexander still needs to go and get dressed. Now then, where, Mr. Food Farmer, did you put? There we go, that's it, I think. Hey Titch. Sorry, I'm doing this a bit early for you, aren't I? Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good number. There's our sheeps.
Sheep, that's not a word.
Well, it is now.
Sheep.
Of course, we also need to get them some water. But at least they'll have food for now. Yeah, that one. Should be right. Trigger's not come up. There we go. Yeah, we're not on season, so that doesn't count. I mean, technically I should fence this in. Of course, by buying this I've also got lots of grass to mow, so that's quite handy. That'll do. This area is slightly different. I think originally there was a building here, and I used to leave a trailer that I could stack the wool on just in front of it. I'm sure that was here, so there's a lot more grass here than there was before. It's a nice open area. No worries, Titch. Yeah, I just figured it might be my only time to have a reasonably quiet house, apart from the fact that Alexander's still here. Oh, well that would have been silly, wouldn't it? Would have made more sense if I'd actually got the combine going again. Oh, so we're not going to finish this contract today then, because we're not going to have time. In that case, we'll just leave the worker on it. Put the worker back on it. We'll head back up to the farm and see how everyone's doing up there. Maybe what we could do... Oh, the ploughing's finished. Except that you missed a bit. No, he hasn't. No, he isn't. You still need to go and get dressed. Why are you still here? Come on. There we go. So what we could actually do to use one of our... What is this? Oh yeah, the truck.
Oh, it has gold.
It's quite cool. What we could do, just to use one of our... yeah, fine. Actually, no. Very quickly, let's get the Same out. We'll get our power harrow, which I think is in this shed. Then we'll get the Challenger and we'll put the seeder on it, fill the seeder with the seed. and then at least we used a bit more of our equipment this time around, just in case I don't get a chance to come back on here. The Rabe rotary grid. Of course, problem has been a bit of a rush job. But it's incredible how quickly a day goes when you're at ×5. Right, so lower that down. And away he goes. Right. Jump to the Challenger. Let's make sure that he's doing that okay, because he's going to take a couple of passes before... Sorry, far too much machinery. It's a bit ridiculous really when you're first starting out. Oh, turn that off. Out of the way. But not too far out the way, because next thing to do will be to plough this field. So here we go, the new Challenger that came out this week. I got the relatively low powered one rather than going for the 455, whatever it is, which is technically what we get in game anyway. Slightly narrower engine cowling, etc. And then we'll get our seeder here, the Lemken Solitair. We'll go fill it up. I'm assuming it says here that I can fill it up from the silo, the buy anything silo. Doors open on it. On the Challenger, yeah, probably. Yep. Ah, and the light comes on. That's quite cool. Nice. Open cover. Which doesn't seem to work, so maybe I need to open it. I need to unfold it first, which will be a bit of a nuisance. Ah, mind you, there is some seed here actually. I think I saw some seed pallets. There we go. That'll do. Close cover, fold it back up. I don't get on very well with tractors. It's just like, they're a little bit too twitchy and I haven't got my steering wheel, so. How's our worker getting on? Oh, not bad. But not enough, I don't think. Actually, maybe. Oh, just about. We can just about get away with it. Look at that. There we go. Well, at least we've managed to use our seeder as well, so that's not bad, is it? That's a pretty decent combo. It works really well. I like that. It's actually a really nice seeder, so I might have to pull that into one of my maps as well. Unfortunately, of course, that's all we can do for now until the lovely Samay Argon has done his thing. Again, so I mean, I've managed to discover a few mods that I may not necessarily have thought of using, but actually I really, really like, and I've managed to use a couple that I've been dying to use for ages. Which is kind of what this new series is all about. Yeah, I'm going to have to call it there, I'm afraid, because I've got to go out. It's nearly 6 o'clock in the evening, so good time to stop. We've had a busy first day, so 2 fields harvested, a couple of lots of crops sold. We put in some chickens, we've put in some sheep, we've bought some cows. Had a couple of drives around the map to different locations. I guess a couple of things we haven't done yet, so we'll do them very quickly, is visit, actually let's visit the sawmill. Just because this is the one with the railroad track, which is quite cool. I'm afraid I don't think the train actually goes as it used to on 15, but it's still quite cool that it's here. You can use the mill pond, by the way. You just tip the logs into it, but then you have to come and sell here. But that's quite cool. It looks really good. And also then, let's go see the fairground.
Let's go in. Hey, there's people down the yeah, can we go in? No.
Nope. Or get any music, but it's really well. It's really good actually. Like the benches. Some of these look familiar. As does the tent. But yeah, that's quite cool. And finally, the iconic landmark from Bjornholm, the lighthouse, which looks like you have to paddle across too. I'm sure there was always a little bridge. Ah, that's interesting, isn't it? That sort of pebble texture, that's quite cool. I like that. But there you go. So that is the first day on Bjornholm. Just kind of wanted the sun to set really, but yeah, quite a nice little map. Quite a nice little map. It's a nice conversion actually. I've really enjoyed playing on this, and I have a feeling I might end up doing another one of these. Yeah, another map I won't have the time to play, which is the risk of doing these. Can't jump across. Is that I'll find more maps that I really want to play on, but at least it gives me a chance to sort of get the flavour of them. And but yeah, thanks all for watching. SleutjesModding for a bit of chat. And I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like, subscriptions are very much appreciated. And yeah, so I might do some more of these. They might be a bit ad hoc, either when I get the opportunity. What on earth is this over here? That's odd. I'm assuming that doesn't work. No, isn't that funny? Sort of garage carved out of the rock. But yeah, that's it. Thanks very much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.